right, man. You ready? You ready to do this?
That's right. It's time for Victor Alice New Sports. Hot Neil Urban, brought to you by the bald-headed black man, the man the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. He's Vic.
They do not.
Sports.
They do not say
Nacho. Nacho.
You know what, Michelle?
Yeah.
We've been doing this show for I don't know how many years. You're the first woman that screamed for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, you know that's. Hey.
I'll scream for you anytime.
See, she's bad. You gotta love her. And look at she pays. You heard her.
Well, every woman needs a vibrator.
There you go.
Some days.
All right, she don't want you to run with it, but
Some
shit.
days after there's an established thing.
There you go. All right, you guys, you know what I do with the sports. It's really not sports the way you're used to. It's what's wrapped around sports and what you interpret as sports. So welcome to New Sports, where every time there's a new twist in it, right? You know.
Oh man, you got wonderful visual aids.
Hey,
today.
you know you like that visual aid.
Wonderful
Everybody's
visual
kind of
aids.
checking that out. Notice that's Kid Rock, right, you guys? You got
Yeah,
Kid
Kid
Rock.
Rock, we like-
He's spitting the mic.
One of the few Republicans I kind of like.
Hey, leave the politics.
He's
out,
a good guy.
Yeah, he's good. Well,
He's from Detroit too.
What?
And he supports his city like a madman.
Like you support Compton, Watson.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Go Kid Rock. I like him. He's one. I support him.
All right. Okay, this is how we doing it. This is different. What does Billboard games have to do with sports? Absolutely nothing. But in my mind, I've interpreted something that happened yesterday.
And this is a nightmare or a daydream.
No, it's
What
not.
is this?
Wait. Let me get away with
What's New Year's sports?
This is new
Hey,
sports. It's my way.
The Billboard related to sports.
Yes, and you're going to go,
Right on.
I don't get it. Watch this. Did anybody in this room watch or follow up or do anything related to the Billboard Awards, Music Awards yesterday? Anybody follow? Now, Michelle, if you say no and you're into music, you're going to get a spanking.
I honestly can't remember what I did yesterday.
That damn vibrator again.
There it goes.
It was a good day.
It's a good
What
day,
did
right?
I do yesterday?
That's okay.
I really can't remember.
Well, then I'm going to be on this journey by myself. So I actually kind of anticipated that nobody followed it, probably in this room. So I'm relating the games to this point that I think you guys will all understand. They compared this particular venue last night as a Vegas show. Really Vegas-esque, if you want to use that term. And it was good.
What was
Vegas-esque, man.
Vegas-esque.
Vegas.
vegan?
It sounds
Like a
food
vegan, like a
group.
vegan, but like a vegan.
See, this is the part. I'll have to warn you.
A vegan who's from Nevada.
He waits till I get in my head, and then he has fun. When he has co-hosts, they actually start in the background touching each other. So I'm just letting you know. So he ain't gonna touch Michelle.
Don't get any idea.
Yeah, you know.
No, don't do it.
Be a
I wouldn't
gentleman.
want you to be disappointed.
Okay, Michelle, that's all right.
All
Don't
right.
worry about it. All right, this is what happened in a nutshell. Chris Brown, Selena Gomez, Christina Aguilera, and Pitbull performed, amongst others, Prince as well, and he got the high rating for Let's Go Crazy, the show and everything.
Oh,
it was off
cool.
the chain. So, but see, that's rating from probably the old school perspective. The new school may have a different opinion. And the part that's going to take the games, where I put the games here, is this man, Kid Rock, got on stage after all of these performers got on there and said, let's give it up for the people lip syncing. Oh, now I'm going to tell you what that means when you got millions of people going, he did this on purpose and had a cup in his hand and said, let's give it up.
You been drinking?
You know, they don't know what's in the cup.
Well, I mean, usually that walking around the Billboard. If I had a cup
Right.
at Billboard walking around, hey,
Yeah.
it's probably not Kool-Aid.
Yeah, true. But now here's the part where I said,
Wonderful Starbucks.
this is wrong.
Is it wonderful?
See, what I'm doing, why I'm calling this a sporting event, because I think right now there's this consistent lip syncing thing about if you're going to get paid all this money, you're supposed to deliver, right?
Right.
It's like sports. If I pay you a big contract, $20 million a year, Mario, and there's a bench player who's making 3, but the bench player's hot, you make 20 and you're not that hot. As an owner, you're going to go like, I know the $3 million.
I'm not quite sure I'm getting the analogy.
You're going to get it. You're going to get it.
Okay.
If you're paying somebody $20 million, even if they're not shooting that hot, you want them to play. That's a lot of money you're paying for them to sit on the bench, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually want them to deliver what paid
But in
value.
this case, you're paying them and providing the lip syncing equipment.
That's right. I know.
So you
that's
must
what I'm
want
saying.
them to lip sync.
Well, see, here's my point. Who is they?
Well, I know this is what I've heard. The pressure's on to have a perfect show.
That's right.
Unlike us. Even though we approach perfection,
No,
I know.
we're not
I know we
close.
approach perfection. And
We're not.
they are a little bit tighter about things, and therefore they want a perfect show. Well, you know, the fear of perfection, of not having perfection, causes them to have voice tracks for the Super Bowl and everything else.
Right.
And it comes from the fear
Right.
of having a less than perfect show. So
I understand.
So I understand why they do it, and usually, from what I've heard too, many times it's not up to the artist.
It's really very
That they
seldom
tell
up
the
to
artist we're going to do this, the
Right.
producers,
Right.
because we want X, Y, Z.
Right. Now let me just get to this point
Except
because
with Prince,
you're-
because he would never.
Well, no, he's not going to do it. Now here's the
He's
part.
a little man with a big ego.
I knew he's going to go there. Stay on track, Victor. Stay on track. Okay, here's the part where the rubber meets the road. To me, when you're older, you start criticizing the game. It may come off correct because what Kid Rock is saying, when you're paying millions of dollars to go see these performers, and say if you're paying a lot of money, do you want to see them lip sync at a live performance? Mario.
Beyonce went through this at the Super Bowl.
I understand.
Right?
I understand.
Okay, so I'm just saying it keeps
What-
coming up.
no, let me go to Michelle. Michelle, live or lip sync if you're paying $150 to see them perform live?
Oh, I'd want them to sing live.
If they lip sync, what would you feel?
Kind of gypped.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
one thing I will say is some of the artists have crazy dance numbers and acrobatic numbers.
Right.
And I can understand why they would lip sync if they're so out of breath from all the movement.
Right.
It doesn't mean I like it.
Right.
But I judge them less harshly.
Okay, so you give them a pass, a little bit.
I mean,
Wait, let me go to John.
But that's totally pertinent.
Wait.
I would prefer they didn't, but I could, if they were doing flips and stuff. I'm just saying.
I like it.
However, Pink, she does acrobatics during
Yeah,
her
she
show,
does.
and
Right.
she sings
Pink
live.
got a washboard ab.
Ab.
She was like in shape 2 days after having
And-
birth.
Right.
And
She's like
Lady
shape.
Gaga, she performs live every time, and she's got some serious dance numbers too.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think that's a sign
She's probably
of like
one of the ones with the voice.
Right.
Well, she was a musical theater major though, so that's kind of expected from her.
Got you, Joe.
Oh man, I just think you can't do that. It's like people back in the day were playing guitar, playing drums, singing. Phil Collins is playing a drum set,
Right,
the
live.
whole set.
That's
and
right.
he can sing. You can dance. Come on.
Yeah. And Janet Jackson, back in the day, tried to with a lot of
Well,
movement. It was very difficult.
the first concert tour I was at, and it was a lot of vocal production. I pointed it out. That was the one with Chucky Booker.
Right.
And Madonna also. Those of us who were there remember how she used to huff and puff.
Right.
We have videos of her trying to, you might see my lucky star. There's videos out there. We have one because she couldn't do it.
Right.
She couldn't do it, and then later on, that all changed for her too. Same thing.
Right.
All of that changed.
And the reason why I'm bringing it up this way, and I know it's a crazy analogy, I truly believe now because the money's so much involved, it's like the Olympic Games when you think of it. And I say, well, let me do this. Let me say this. If the best performer rated was Prince, based on what he's done, you had Miguel who performed, and the story of the day in one way was, of course, Nicki Minaj with Lil Wayne, and she pointed her butt to the crowd and did a lap dance front row.
damn, is that- can I get that up?
Now wait.
I love me some Nicki.
Now wait a minute. This is where I get into the gold, silver,
My
and
jeans.
bronze performance. That's why I'm relating it to sports, because I think that what they're doing is saying the older crowd has a problem with this. The younger crowd say, "Let's do it, bring it."
Oh, yeah, they
bring
don't
it."
care.
They don't care. So here's
Well,
my
most of them.
Right.
I've
Most
been
of
in
them.
concerts where they were doing a lot of this, and I turned around specifically to
Right.
look at the audience, and it seemed like no one cared.
Okay, now this gets to the part where I say now I'm related to the sports decision. I'm
Okay.
going to give you my gold medal. Who did the gold medal performance statement of the evening? And I'm going to give you the silver medal and the bronze, and you tell me if you agree. If you don't, that's fine because you guys didn't watch it anyway. So it makes no difference,
I'm
right?
gonna-
I've
gonna
read
judge your
it.
opinion.
I've read the press.
You read the press, didn't you? Okay, here's the thing. I think the gold medal performance, when you're bold enough to stand up, because you alienate a whole lot of artists when you jump on them. And I think those artists, because they do collaborations with some legacy artists, I think you automatically push them aside from you because you've already stepped on them, especially at an event like this. So I said the gold medal goes to Kid Rock because he had the cojones to do that after what they call Chris Brown, whether it's Miguel, whether it's Pitbull, He was ready to say it right then and there. That's my gold medal performance. My silver, Justin Bieber, which is the next story. He got booed. Why? He came out of an orb, and he was trying to make a statement saying, I should be taken seriously.
From an orb?
Right, from an orb. So wait a minute.
You guys, okay, you guys, you're giving the Bieber, you guys.
Wait a minute. I'm only
I
bringing
tried
the
to one of the few to stand
Wait a
up for the
minute.
Bieber.
I like Bieber. I'm just saying. Did he go overboard by saying that? Couldn't he left that alone?
You know, the press on it, I remember I just read on it, and the press is really bad. And here the other thing is that everybody was paying attention to his girlfriend's dress.
I know.
More than him.
That's right.
The talk and on the internet
Right.
is Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Performance
Yes.
and her dress.
And her dress.
That's his old, on again, off again, whatever.
Whatever.
Pay
it
more
is.
attention to Selena Gomez's everything, really.
Well, so
Right.
You know what? He's at this stage. It reminds me when Michael Jackson hit that stage when we were really young, and he was young adulthood.
Right.
And they start wanting to be a man.
Right.
And and just like Britney Spears, everybody was waiting for her to turn 18. Right.
Right.
18. She's 17 and a half.
You know what?
I'm just saying. So Justin is going through manhood issues, and his body, he's at that difficult thing where you
he
hope he
looks
gets
different.
a few. Right, you want him to get a little bit more muscles up,
And he's trying to be hard. He's trying to bring the
right,
look
he's trying to
hard,
be
hard.
like Michael Jackson said. I'm bad.
Right.
I'm really bad. Really bad. I'm bad. I'm
He's
bad.
so bad.
He's so bad. So now let me just say this. Let me just
In
go
a
around.
good way, I love Michael Jackson.
Well, hey, give Justin. Hey, you guys, I make a prediction.
What?
Justin Bieber sticks around, actually extends his career and grows into another level of an artist.
Oh, yeah.
and even has a career that expands into other areas.
Better than Justin Timberlake?
Maybe similar. I see him doing a similar thing. I think he's that talented. I really think that people haven't. Sometimes they don't want to give him a moment,
Right.
to really do what he does. Sometimes.
Okay.
So I just think he's more talented than people really get to see it, and I think he's going through man-boy stuff.
Thumbs up, you guys around the room, or thumbs down. Justin Bieber, silver medal for being booed because he said, I should be taken seriously. Joe, should he have said that statement?
I don't think so. I mean, that's like Lady Gaga and the whole the egg thing. It's
Yeah.
like, I like you. Don't worry. You don't got to tell me that was a great statement.
I
was
would
funny.
say, if you have to say, take me seriously, then obviously you're insecure about not being taken seriously. So
Well, shit, he is. He's totally insecure about it.
I feel like
No one's taking him seriously.
just bring what you have to the table and let people chew on it themselves. Like, you don't have to ram it down their throat.
Absolutely. So here's my
no choice anyway.
Right. So everybody's trying to say he shouldn't have said it. That's what's happening here, right? He shouldn't have said it.
I like
shouldn't
it
have
when he
said it.
just plays piano. That song, You Smile, I love it.
He's got
Yeah.
to deal with it,
Yeah.
but you can't
Great
like
song.
cry in
if he
public.
just sticks to the
Yeah, you can't cry in
instruments.
public. This goes back to the schoolyard, right?
Right.
You just can't handle it this way.
Right. And what's happening here, and why I gave the bronze medal to the actual show with the featured performances, Prince, Miguel, Lil Wayne, because those took backseat stories. The biggest stories between what was happening is Kid Rock and Justin Bieber. Not about the performances, about the statements they made.
Right.
So based on what you know, without watching the show and hearing what has happened, who would you give the gold medal for as trending topics after a show with the information I gave you? Would you give the gold medal to Kid Rock, the silver to Justin,
Yeah.
and the show to the performances? What would you do, Michelle?
Definitely to Kid Rock. I
Kid
mean,
Rock.
he's putting it out there and people can...
He's just gonna piss off a bunch of
Yeah, I mean, he's going
People.
to piss off people, but...
And I'm not sure that, like, again, that the artists have anything to do with it.
Right.
On the other hand, like Joe said, it's easy enough, for example, to take a Chris Brown record and just turn off the lead vocal.
I agree.
And output.
that's
It
it.
takes us minutes to do it.
Right.
So he can perform to that and sing.
Right. Now that's
With all the other accompaniments and all that. This is what they... You don't have to have perfection.
right.
Okay, for the performance. In fact, it's the imperfections that often make them the most
But
memorable.
I was going to say that. Like, sometimes you like to hear their voice a little bit shaky because then
Mm-hmm.
you know that they're actually doing it.
Good analogy. I like that. Okay, so far we all agree. So that was why we're related to sports, because I think there's just going to be this
I
continuous
still don't see the sport.
It's sports in it, because you know what? I think lip syncing should be an Olympic sport. I really do. I think it's
We're getting closer.
Yes. I think it should be. I think people should go up there and say, we want to see the best lip syncer in the game. Milli Vanilli, going way back, is still the champion right now.
I'm going to practice my lip syncing.
I
can do Michelle Winters.
Oh, that would
be it.
See, told him,
Let's do that.
My voice coming out of your mouth.
right.
Oh man.
I just need the props, the hair, the curlers and stuff.
Okay. Well, you guys, I got to bring you into a subject, whether you care about it or not. It's called Dwight Howard. Here we go. The Dwight Howard already. See, this is where the campaign comes in. The leaking starts.
I told you.
It's 6 weeks prior to what they call free agency.
I told you.
Already. Now, we don't know if this is true or not, but it's already been put out there, I think, by their own team to negotiate the contract. That's my opinion. But he's already saying he's intrigued by the Houston Rockets, number 1. The Mavericks, number 2. Will Howard bounce out of L.A. if anybody in this room is following the Lakers? Go ahead.
Not only will he, but they're going to trade Kobe, and he's going to bounce. Let me tell you something. Dwight Howard has trouble adapting to the L.A. lifestyle. I think he's the kind of a guy who really wants a smaller market. I think he actually feels more comfortable.
Right.
And I think the other cities fit him. They fit him. L.A. causes you to have a lot of distractions, but you kind of need to roll with the flow.
Right.
And he's never, to me, the whole time he's been here, he's like failed to adapt to the whole L.A. thing. He's a homie. He's like a hometown. He needs to go like Houston, San Antonio, someplace that's not a big urban center. He wouldn't do well to me in Chicago or New York for the same kinds of reasons. And so I told you, I think he'd be happier without the stress that playing in L.A. brings.
Okay, now let me do this with Michelle. I'm going to give you a different role play here, because I already pictured Michelle singing the national anthem at the Lakers game. So I'm already there. So
That's a really serious song for me to sing.
Yeah, really? Look at her. She's trying to think what she would do right now. Joe's like, wait a minute. Are we going to mess with the national anthem?
I think we would have to.
South Park did it.
Okay, now Michelle, let me do my daymare. It's a daymare. The daymare is a good thing. Look at her, she's going, no, Victor, no. Let me say this. If you had to do a national anthem, do you need star power in the city that will elevate that national anthem? Star power meaning there's only 2 stars in L.A. right now, Kobe and Dwight Howard. Well,
Chris Paul would probably...
No, in L.A., Lakers.
CP3.
Yeah, well, a bunch of people just bristled when you said that.
No. Start. Let me say this. No, I'm going to say this. Let me say this. We love Chris Paul and what he potentially can do, but we know what Kobe has already done. So it's a little different.
Except he got away with it. The jury, he didn't even get to go to trial.
See where he's going? You see what he does? He tears up my nudie sport. See, he won't keep it focused. So, wait a minute. That's right. Michelle, I'm going to protect you, Michelle. You know why? Because you still are the singer at the game.
Yes,
You're still the singer at the game.
Right.
So, you know who Kobe is, right? Mm-hmm. You heard of Dwight Howard? A little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Sure.
Don't. We got this. We got this.
We got Joe.
Ask
Joe knows about that.
No, but see, the part I'm saying is Kobe's star power.
Right.
So you definitely want Kobe to stay in L.A., don't you?
Yes.
That's all you have to do. Don't worry about Dwight. He hasn't.
You let her kind of let us do that question.
Which I appreciate so much.
You see what I do? Watch this. Joe says, I'm going to take you to the Lakers game. We're going to have a VIP suite. And they're going to go against the Grand Rapids Marshals. What do you say?
Okay.
That's in sports. That's how it works. That's it. It works. Right. See, you're going to say yes. So that's what sports is about. Joe.
Yes, sir.
Is Dwight gone?
I kind of think you want him to be gone.
Oh, yeah. See,
He's kind of awful for every team he's ever on.
He's not there?
No.
He's not there.
I think Houston should take Omar Asik over him.
Oh,
I'm saying that right now.
Omar is no joke. No, he's right about young talent coming up.
Like I said, he has wonderful numbers, but somehow his teams don't win.
Yes.
That's all I can say. He has
I agree.
wonderful numbers.
I agree.
Okay.
All right. Now, just taking you out of here. This is the last one because I think right now we're going to be spending with Dwight Howard for the next several weeks. I truly believe I think he's out unless the Lakers say you can't walk away from the deal that we're giving you. Because at the end of the day, they want guaranteed money. So
that's the best kind.
And I know that
guaranteed money.
A lot of women may or may not follow sports, but when their man comes home and says, I signed an $80 million contract, it says, go, baby. And it says, but none of it's guaranteed. You don't have $80 million. So the part that's going to be happening here with Dwight is how much money he gets guaranteed. And the Lakers still can offer the most. Now, let me go over to what I call the thing. Now, Joe, you follow, what's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Should a player, and I'm going to relate this to a butt spanking by the San Antonio Spurs over the Memphis Grizzlies the other day. It's the best game San Antonio's played all year. And I mean, when they walked over Memphis, the man who took the brunt of the hit was Zach Randolph. And he went 1 for whatever. 1 period, averaging 19 or 20 points a game. Should a pro athlete apologize to the fans when he has a bad game?
The only moment I ever respected J.R. Smith is when he apologized. So,
if
you want me
go ahead, say
to ever feel good about you when you have terrible games,
right?
If you come in and say, all right, I could have done better. Right. I could have done more, and I will. I'm going to like that. Now, Dwight Howard's never going to do that.
Yeah, no, he's not going to do it. So you already know the sincerity of it, right?
Yeah.
Coming from it. Now, watch this. Now, Michelle's your honey boo-boo. Watch this. Michelle, all he knows is that Joe had a bad game. Joe comes home. But came home before he came home, honey boo-boo was apologizing to the fans. Do you want your man to apologize to the fans for one bad performance? Because many times in relationships, sometimes performances mean everything. So, Michelle, do you want your man apologizing to the fans?
I feel like it's never a bad thing to apologize.
Okay.
And if it's sincere and it's coming from a heartfelt place and he wants to connect with the fans, then I think it's good.
Wonder if the fans all hit the trending chat room. Bam, 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 bam. Asshole, lousy, can't play. Bam, 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 bam. Do you want him to apologize there?
Yeah, be the bigger person.
Would you be the bigger person?
I don't know. It depends who I am.
Oh, yeah,
if I'm Zebo, I might apologize. I've had some rough years out there. If I'm like
Kobe?
If I'm Kobe, I'm probably not going to apologize. If I'm LeBron, I'm not going to apologize.
Not happening.
No.
Mario, I hate to come to you. It's a good reason here.
We hate that.
Yeah, right.
Not only should they apologize, they should atone. Which means give us some damn money. Keep all that I'm sorry shit. Send me some cash.
Right. So wait a minute.
Keep all that. You know, like my old ex told me, you apologize, you feel better, and I feel jacked up.
Oh, that's cold.
Just don't let me find out. Don't have no bad game.
That's cold.
If you gotta have a bad game, apologize and pay me my ticket money back.
Oh, that's wrong.
You know what them Laker tickets cost?
That's what I'm saying. The part is
go there, Kobe, jacking around. Shit.
I'm telling you, when the money's in the game,
hey, I need something.
Yeah. So apology.
Not enough. Same thing you tell your woman. It's not enough. I need atonement. What you gonna do to make? And you know what I want.
Right. See,
except not from Kobe.
See, Michelle.
Maybe I do, Michelle.
I'm gonna protect you. Don't worry about it.
That's terrible.
I'm gonna protect you. Let me just say this. I think everything is wonderful until the hateration comes in from the fans. True. When they come in and they attack, a lot of times they also go after other people that's in association with you.
But I think they're gonna do that every.
I know.
The most vocal folks are always the negative ones.
If you're going to sign up to have a career that's in the spotlight, you're going to get negative reactions. And if you can't deal with it, then why are you there?
You know what? You got a winner, man. I mean, you partner with the woman that's... See, she's doing...
Well, she did the vibrator song.
I did.
You know she's not going to let the world tell her. Her and Joe, they pioneers. They step out into the light.
You see,
alone.
What is sports about? It's about the social atmosphere around what you do. And when we're not in that ourselves, we have opinions all day long. But if you're the one getting hated on, I'm telling you.
I'm playing my fight.
Yeah, I know what you're doing, man. I'm ignoring you.
Don't go online.
No, you're right. Almost impossible. Almost impossible because your money's made by the trends. Guess what I'm doing? That was an easy sports. I'm done. I'm not giving you any other numbers. That's it. I'm not going to even talk baseball. I'm not going to talk hockey. We out.
He's not going to talk baseball. He's not going to talk hockey. But he talked a lot of shit in new sports today. Victor Allen. Somebody write in some